Until mom tells me I can't use sign language at home because she won't learn it. So I've been told to share this. Not sure if anyone will be interested. Well, it looks like I'm interested. This is about my adoptive mother. My adoptive mother parents are British citizens who moved to my country in the EU, European, if you don't know what that means. They adopted me, actually expecting mental disabilities, but I was just profoundly deaf. You would think that would be clearer. So I grow up. I get enrolled in deaf schools where I learn sign language, but my mother decides it's too hard for her to learn sign language and actually bans me from using it in the house. I had to mime or point at things until I could start writing. Upon which I carried around a notebook everywhere. If I did try to write sign, I would disrespectfully for not including her in a conversation. In strange ways, this made my written language skills very good, as well as my lip reading skills, which mainly deaf people have challenges with. It was very difficult and upsetting living with her. My adoptive father was nice, but he just listened to whatever she wanted, so he became a bad parent too. I went to university and limiting contracting with them. The one time I tried to visit them for the holidays, I returned to the house with a stranger family. My adoptive parents had moved back to Britain without telling me. Who does that? Okay, that was weird. Learn to speak English and stop listening to foreign music. I'm Scottish. Okay. This has just happened to me, and I'm both shocked and left my butt off. Yeah, child friendly only. I was on a bus on my way into college, listening to punk band I've recently got heavily into, a band from Broxton in the German-speaking region of South Tyrol in Italy called Fre. Wild. The bus is fairly packed, so I'm right at the front at the butt where you park a prom or wheelchair. A woman with a palm, I don't know, and gets into the bus and sits in the only free seat next to me. She looked down at my phone and why I still cannot work it out, and sees that I'm listening to a song called Shedeur Stefan da off who Viller. Okay. Roughly translated to winners stand where losers fall. You could have just wrote that in the beginning, so none of us people could know what it means. And yanks one of my earphones out. You live in Scotland. Stop listening to your poopy polished music. God, all you fudging Pollocks are all the same. Refusing to be decent citizens, speak English. This is why we voted to leave the European EU. Scotland didn't, but I didn't regret, so we could get your butt out of here. I'm Scottish, born and bred, apart from a week in Amsterdam. 2 weeks, I'm a macro. The 3 weeks in the United States and a week in France. I've stayed very much in the UK in my entire life. Never been to Poland or Germany for that matter. I've eventually had enough of her poopiness, so I tried to put her in her place. This is German music. Also, I was born in here to Scottish parents. Karen tried to make her rebuttal, but I have got there first. Also, how does me listening to some punk rock that happens to be in German affect you? I have headphones, you can't hear it. I mean, Karens are Karens. You can't really stop them. God. Let's find a juicy one. Okay. 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 Oh my God. My aunt's dad's sister has always been the textbook entitled Female Dog. When I was a kid, she never missed an opportunity to make me feel like garbage. From Stinley vital and insults to outright verbally and emotionally abuse. She threw what she could at me in an attempt to break me. Of course, the disgust she felt for me and fault she found in my dad's parenting never stopped her from mooching stuff off of him or asking him for favors without even ever giving anything in return. She and her husband considered their son would be a gift from the heavens. Oh, God. Oh my God, Karens can be Karen sometimes. And this is your dad's sister. Oh my God. And considered her, and he too grew up to be a narcissistic bully who loved to torment me. even though I was 7 years younger than him. My mom passed when I was 1 year old. God. Help! And both of my grandparents have been abused to her as well. But that's another tale for another time. You can make the story longer. Oh my god. This is about the time she, along with her son, ruined my 10th birthday. This is an instance resulted in me being put off my birthdays and deciding to never celebrate them again. I couldn't see them as a cause for celebration. Oh my god. My entire extended family, which includes the said aunt, uncle, and cousin, along with some other relatives that were at our home, and my dad and stepmom had out to run some errands. My cousin had invited some of his friends over, even though my dad and stepmom didn't know them. My dad allowed them to come over after my aunt went inconsistently about how her son would be bored if his friends were not there. I remember sitting in my room and playing with my dog. I knew my cousin would be down there, and I usually did what I could do to avoid him. At this point, I'm about to kind of leave this on a short note, because I don't feel like reading this whole thing. Oh my god. Oh god, my neck. Oh my god. Oh, At that time, I suffered from a pretty bad stutter, and when I was upset or angry, it only got worse. It was something my cousin loved to make fun of, and of course, my birthday would be no different. He demanded that I come downstairs to talk to his friends. When I refused, his mother told me to stop being rude and do as I was told. I was a powerless kid, so I really didn't have no other choice. I went downstairs to the living room. My cousin introduced me to his buddies and his usual condensing. Is that correct? Condensing. That is? Okay, good. Way as the birthday girl. He handed me a novel and told me to read it out loud. I read it properly but failed. I tried to read it properly. God. I really... I tried to read... I tried to read it properly but failed. I was surrounded with judgmental stares, and it made me nervous. I stuttered, which is exactly what my cousin was hoping for. He and his friend began to snicker. I got angry and stopped reading. Cousin called me a freak. Okay, let me just say something real quick. What should I say about this? Okay. First of all, his mom and dad sees this. Why aren't they saying anything? I would like to know that. Why aren't they saying anything? Oh my god. Friend looked at me as though I was on display at a zoo exhibit. I wanted to prove them wrong, that I wasn't being a freak, that I could read. I tried reading again, this time on account of me being angry. The stutter was much worse. Cousin decided to mock me. My stutter and all but one of his friends, George, were Yord. Yord with laughter. The one that didn't actually notice my tears and told them to knock it off. He asked if I was okay. My cousin told him not to bother. He's just a joke. That I was just cousin's face and stomped out. Hold on. Oh my god. I'm getting all mixed up. Tears and the one that didn't actually notice my tears told him to knock it off. He asked if I was okay. My cousin told him not to bother. It was just a joke, and that I was just cousin's fate. That was just an oversensitive baby. My rage was boiling over, and I threw my book at the cousin's face and stomped it out. My aunt has been seeing what happened and decided to pull me by the hair and drag me back to the living room. She told me to apologize to my cousin. I refused. She told me I need to be taught a lesson for being a brat. Okay. He was being a brat, first of all. It ain't like this is what happens. This is why I never wanted cousins. No, I wanted cousins, but I just never wanted cousins that did this. She told me I need to be taught a lesson on being a brat. I tried to tell her what happened. That had happened. She chuckled and said, "So what? He's your cousin. He's older than you. You need to respect him. Now apologize." I refused again. This time with I don't want to yell. My throat's kind of sore. God. No, I hate you. I hate all of you. All the while crying and shaking with anger. This didn't sit well with my aunt, and she slapped me before asking me why I didn't just die in the womb. Just real quick. Straight. So just be bored? I don't know. She told me I was a troublemaker. She told me that I was a troublemaker, just like my mother. I had been that she knew the day I was born and that there would be something wrong with me. That in an evil female dog, like my mother, couldn't possibly produce a normal child. Alright, after this line, I'm about to end this whole thing off after I get done, and I'm going to continue it tomorrow. Normal kid, that was it. I bailed out. I balled up my fist and connected it to my aunt's face. I punched her, that female dog, so hard that I busted her lip. God dang! God! I don't want to look up a picture of a busted lip because I just know that I'm gonna get my video taken down. So just know, never had that happen. Go ahead and look it up. I don't care. So well, yeah. So going to end it there. How long was I fucking reading? 22 minutes. Okay, well, I'm gonna see you here. Bye.